Hello and welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber Foundation's Florida Horizon. My name is Donna Wright. I'm the Chief Operations Officer of the Florida Chamber Foundation. Joining me today is Dr. John Holdnak, President of Gulf Coast State College. Dr. Holdnak, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I want to talk to you a little bit about your role at the college, Gulf Coast State College, and how your role and what the college is doing has evolved over the years.
Well, I've had the opportunity to work at Gulf Coast for a little over 30 years in a couple of different shifts and a lot of different jobs, and so I've really seen the college adapt over the years. We started out as a relatively small junior college the first 2 years of a 4-year baccalaureate degree with all of our students having to transfer. Our mission broadened a lot when we added, we call them occupational programs or technical programs, nursing, first responder training, law enforcement, firefighting, EMTs and paramedics, and even some today, unmanned vehicle systems operations, engineering technology, things along those lines. We've added to our complexity a little bit by offering a few workforce-oriented baccalaureate degrees. That's only been fairly recent in our history, and it's a fairly small part of our enrollment, something that we just consider another 2-year program.
We're all aware that the Panhandle has recently just been devastated by Hurricane Michael. Before we talk a little bit about how that impacted Gulf Coast State College and the area that you live in, tell us a little bit about how it affected you personally.
It's a pretty traumatic event for everybody that stayed, and unfortunately, for this particular storm, only about 20% of the population that could evacuate did. A lot of the people that did evacuated off of the beach and into town, which had far worse damage than the beach did. For Panama City, Callaway, Springfield, Lynn Haven, the communities around Panama City, directly this was a wind event. If you go further east towards Mexico Beach, St. Joe Beach and Port St. Joe, which is also in our college's service district, it was very much a water event with a storm surge of 9 feet above ground level and waves on top of that. Panama City experienced sustained winds of 166 miles an hour, and we got that from one of the regional Air Force bases, and 182 mile an hour gusts of wind, some higher, and if you're wondering what stands up to that, not much. It was tough. My wife and I had the opportunity to ride the storm out in a safe place. Unfortunately, my son was not in as safe a place, and it took me a while after the storm to find him and make sure that he was okay, and that really changes your perspective on an awful lot of things. But he's fine. In fact, there were very few deaths associated with this hurricane, and those who live in the area still can't believe that there weren't more people hurt. We had houses blown apart with people in them, and the people weren't killed. And it's nothing short of miraculous that that's occurred. And we will tell you that we're a very resilient group of people, and we say that so often I think it may end up becoming cliche after us. But I don't know a better way to describe a group of people that have been through what has occurred in Northwest Florida, not just in my community, but all the communities around us and up through Florida to the Georgia border, and we're doing okay.
Oh, well, we're sorry for everything that you guys have had to go through, but we're glad you're here and we're glad you're okay, here to tell the story. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back and talk a little bit more with Dr. Holdnak from Gulf Coast State College. Thank you.